my God, the snow is blowing sideways. Jesus, man. Sideways blowing snow. Good morning, YouTube, from snowy Indiana. I was waiting for daylight to get my start because I still got to make my way over to Philadelphia. But this video is basically how I had a great week. My best week so far of 2019, where I made $2,500. And that's to my pocket, not gross. But anyway, we'll go through the numbers and I'll explain how I had a successful week. Let's get into it right now. Alright, let's start off going through the numbers. First of all, when you're talking to somebody and they say, man, I made $5,000 to the truck. Well, guess what? That doesn't really tell you a true depiction of what they made, because your expenses and my expenses are different. I might drive at 69 miles an hour, you might drive at 62, and you might get better miles per gallon. So your diesel, your fuel bill might be less than mine. Secondly, I have child support coming out, so you may not have child support. And also, I pay for a tax and accounting service, which is about, I don't know, $30 a week. I also pay for life insurance. So if somebody says they made gross, plus I have a maintenance account. So somebody says they made $5,000 gross, that doesn't really tell you. But now for me, what I normally do is when I shoot for a number, say I make $5,000 gross, to me, I in my mind, I say, all right, I'm gonna make half of that to my pocket. So my numbers for this week, I made $5,076.52 gross to the truck. The deductions were $2,518. My total income was $2,557.59 to my pocket, and that was off of 1,600 almost 1,700 miles. Yeah, it was off 1,696 miles. So 1,700 miles, and I made to the truck $5,000, to my pocket $2,500, and I was home on the weekend. So there's money in flatbed, man. When you're doing flatbed, you have a skill, because I had to secure those loads properly. I had to drive safely, and it's some physical work to it. So although I didn't have to run 2,500 miles to make 2,500 in my pocket, I ran 1,800 miles, and I had to be cold, hands cold, ears cold, stuff like that. You're in the elements. Like right now, it's snowing, so sometimes you have to roll your tarps up in the snow. So you do work for your money, but at the same time, it's rewarding, and you can still run less miles and make more money. All right. Also, with that $2,500 in my pocket, that is after my truck payment was taken out, my insurance was taken out, my trailer rental was taken out, all that other stuff was taken out. So it's a benefit, because that stuff, is taken care of, and I don't have to think about it. All right. Let's go through a couple of loads that allowed me to have a great week. The first load that was instrumental in me having this rock star week was I went from Greensboro to Warren, Ohio, but it was a 2-stop load. Actually, it was a 2-stop. So what happened is I drove from Greensboro to Michigan, and when I got to Michigan, I delivered 2 pipes, and those 2 pipes, the same place put 4 old pipes on, so I didn't have to even deadhead to another spot to get loaded. And then I took those to Warren, Ohio, and they unloaded them there. So I got paid $2,500 gross for that. It was 780 miles. So you do the math. 8 times 3 is 24. So I got paid basically $3 a mile for that load. Also, I got paid $50 TARP pay. When I get paid $50 TARP pay, CRST doesn't get any of that. I get 100% of that. All right. They also gave me a fuel surcharge of $250. I get 100% of that. Okay, so then I went from Sharon, Pennsylvania, which is about a 30-40 mile bounce or deadhead, to Lynchburg, Virginia. And that load paid $1,430 on a line haul, and it was 377 miles. And that was a coil, or no, it was 4 coils. All right. And then didn't get paid anything to TARP, but I mean it got paid. The load paid a lot. So once again, 400 miles, 1,430. 4 times 4 is 16. So it was over $3 a mile for that load. All right. And then let's see. All right, and then I had Prince George, Virginia to Kennesaw, Georgia. That one was 539 miles, but I only made 1,073 on the line haul. But here's the trick. Here's the key where I made good money. They paid a bonus of $350. So when they pay a bonus, I get 100% of that bonus. So that was like taking a almost $1,100 load and turned it into a $1,500 load. However, they also paid me $150 for tarping, and CRST doesn't get any of that. So I got $500 of money that CRST doesn't get a cut of. Malone doesn't get a cut of. So, and they gave me $180 for fuel. So that came out pretty good. But and one other thing, so I'm learning, but some of my friends, they run tolls, and I've done it a couple of times, but it's a bad practice, because what you do is if you go through Easy Pass and you don't have an Easy Pass, then you're gonna end up with a fine. So I had a fine on my settlement too, where they finally caught up to me with some tolls that I didn't pay. So I'm working on getting an Easy Pass, but that's pretty much it. That's the numbers. I'm happy. Trying to have another good Rockstar week. Alright, thanks for watching my video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hope you have a Rockstar week too. Take care. Peace.